evaluation of the offense, and what did you like after film reviewing? What did you not like?
I think that there were some times there in the game where it felt like we had some miscues and some MAs and stuff like that. More than anything, I think that the thing we got to learn was it's always hard. It's hard to do things right all the time versus no matter who you're playing unless you execute correctly. And that's the biggest thing we've preached. You guys have heard it since camp is doing the right things, and regardless of who you're playing, and you can make it easy, you make it hard. And they played hard. They played hard, but we did some things that really, that really put ourselves in jeopardy, and that's what comes back to we always preach Oregon won't beat Oregon. Oregon cannot beat Oregon, and that's the biggest thing we're focused on.
What did you see out of C.J. Verdell on Saturday?
CJ's continued to do a nice job. All our backs are all different in different stages, and they all do a few different things, but they've all got a special gift in one way or their own. And CJ did a really nice job. Continues to progress and as a young guy, and we're excited about him.
Now that Tyler's a snap away, where is he in his progression, and are you doing more with him to get him ready in case of emergency on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you got a rotation at quarterback and you get another true freshman that's going to potentially have to go in, I think we're taking the appropriate steps. He continues to develop every day, and I think, just like anything else, when you see that come to light, when you're like, oh wow, I'm one snap away truly now. You hope that there's not too much of a mindset, but the reality of it is, he's really done a nice job this week of getting in early and getting a little bit more, and so we'll be ready to get him rolling.
What was the focus at today's practice? Do you feel like you guys are dialed in?
Yeah, I did. I think we had a good practice.
How have you seen that relationship of Tyler and Braxton kind of form over this, not really fighting for a spot, but being the backup spot?
I think the relationship in the quarterback room is really healthy. I think that there's an understanding that you're in a position that's got to be the mentally and physically toughest guy in the field, and that's how we preach that position. I think those guys understanding that if they start worrying about who's sitting next to them as opposed to getting better at the position, you won't grow at this position. You'll end up thinking about other things, and you can't. They've done a nice job of learning from each other, and I think that Braxton is a great tool for anybody who comes in, and we all know why. The situation he was in last year.
What makes Cyrus such a good goal line guy, and why have you guys kind of chosen to make him, it seems like, the touchdown back?
He earned that spot, just like everybody else. Cyrus has earned that spot. We saw some things in camp that he did really in short yardage situations. He displayed really good vision in a muddy area and in those situations when it gets real tight. And it's proven that what you see and what you get on practice is showing up in games. So he's done a really nice job.
Their outside linebacker, Joey Alfieri's had a lot of big plays. Does he stand out on film at all in any way? Or?
Yeah, he's one of the guys. Yeah, they do a nice job. They've always done a nice job. Joey's done a nice job. They make some plays all over the field. They're from inside to outside and top down. They're a solid football team. We all know that. I'm not saying that we don't know, but they do a really nice job, and he's one of the key components.
What have you seen out of Johnny Johnson through the first 3 weeks?
Johnny's continued to show us. He's a huge effort guy for us and makes big plays. And big plays, and I think Johnny he's a lot like Justin. He's never satisfied, and so I think one little thing can really motivate him, and I think that there's usually a couple things we're always striving to get better at, but Johnny continues to be a great leader and great piece of our offense.
It seemed like he had a couple drops through the first couple of games. I mean, have you seen him kind of working on that, and where have you seen the improvement from him from the first week to now?
Yeah, there's been a steady improvement from just understanding holistically of the game, our offense, and then the drops are just something we can't have, and regardless who it is, it's not just Johnny. They're things that they're continuing to work on, and catching balls in traffic in game-like situations is what we're trying to bring to life on the field, and moving full speed, and those type of balls that Justin are throwing are hot and usually in the heat, and so we're trying to really put those guys into those situations.